I'm Chris Smith. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so I've been reading a lot of your comments since the Tommy Fury victory over KSI this past weekend, much like I did when he defeated Jake Paul in Saudi Arabia last time out as well. And I am in agreement with the majority of you where Tommy Fury was supposed to enter that world of Misfits as the quote-unquote professional boxer. He's the brother of the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, right? Arguably the best that ever done it and whatever else, okay, as so many people say, which is ridiculous, but still very, very good. He's a brother of him. He's been boxing since he was 6 or 7 years old. He's had John around him, and he carries the Fury name. He's had world-class sparring partners come in, and he's been around Tyson and whatever else. And he was supposed to enter this Misfits world and show them the levels between what they're doing to what a professional boxer is. And he didn't do it. Now, he beat them. He did, but they were close. He even got dropped by Jake Paul. Dropped. In the KSI fight, even his dad John and brother Shane said that had they awarded the victory to KSI, they wouldn't have complained about it because it was that close. And the point is, it shouldn't be that close. Any professional with 10 fights on their record would easily defeat these guys. Easily. But Tommy Fury was supposed to enter this world as a professional boxer and come out of it after bludgeoning Jake Paul and KSI and really showing the levels and become the hero of boxing, where a lot of people felt that they didn't like what Jake Paul and Tommy Fury and Logan Paul and all these kind of guys were doing, and because they're not real boxers. Well, a real boxer entered their world and showed that the level isn't too much different, and that's what a lot of people are thinking now. A lot of these people who are Misfits fans, KSI fans, Jake Paul, Logan Paul kind of fans, looking at these fights with Tommy Fury saying, well, you're the professional boxer and you only just defeated them. That shows that the levels of KSI and everybody ain't too far different to a professional boxer because they don't know any different, because Tommy didn't show them any different. And that's reality. He was supposed to go in there, destroy them, end their world, and then become the hero of boxing. Pick up a few quid along the way. Now, granted, he was only given these opportunities by Jake Paul and KSI because he's the brother of Tyson. That's the only reason why. And good on him for filling his pockets. Anybody else would do the same, and I certainly wouldn't begrudge him of that. But the fact that he only just defeated them shows what his level is really about. And we wouldn't mind so much if he weren't bragging about how he's going to become a world champion one day. John Fury was saying the same thing about him. He's the next generation of the Furies and carrying this DNA and all that kind of stuff like Tyson. And he does this. Now, granted, Tyson, after 10 fights, had won the English heavyweight championship. Arguably, he should have had a loss on his record at that point to John McDermott, but he avenged it anyway in the rematch and conclusively beat him within 10 fights. Look at Vidal Riley in the same weight division as Tommy. Vidal Riley, who wants Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury, who won't touch him with a shit stick, we know he won't. But Vidal Riley, 10 fights also, same as Tommy. He's already the English cruiserweight champion. Imagine Vidal Riley in there with KSI Jake Paul. It'd be a public execution. Public execution. That's why Tommy would stay away from him. He would. Now, I do remember the times when Tyson was around that kind of level, or for that amount of fights. Yeah, okay, people weren't saying that Tyson's going to go on and do what he's achieved. Of course not. And nobody's expecting Tommy to be the finished article. Of course not. But the fact that he was fighting KSI and KSI kept throwing that leaping overhand right and he didn't know how to deal with it, he didn't know how to adjust, was frightening. It's frightening. Now, is it down to the fact that he's got John Fury in his corner? Yeah, probably, because John Fury's not a trainer. He's not. He thinks he is, because he's got the heavyweight champion of the world as a son. And he's been around boxing his entire life, but he's just a boxing fan, really. He may have had a couple of fights himself back in the day where he got starched, but that doesn't make him a good coach. Most of you are real big boxing fans, but could you or I become good trainers? Very unlikely. And same thing with John. And if Tommy wants to go on and achieve something, he needs to drop his dad. But he won't. So I think he's found his level. And his level is not much better than YouTubers. Yes, Jake Paul, KSI, they've done well. They've done fantastic. Very, very well. And yes, they have been taking this sport seriously for the past 3 or 4 years. Well, Tommy's been taking it seriously for the past, 15, 16 years? And he was supposed to enter that world as the professional boxer to show them what the levels were really about. And he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. And he's let down the boxing world. If anything now, he's given credence to this world of misfits. Because now people who watch him going, this is comical, this is silly, it's not real boxing. Well, a real boxer entered their world and didn't show them the levels. He didn't. They were close fights, and they shouldn't have been close fights. They should have been either one-sided victories or bludgeoned knockouts. But he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. So is Tommy going to go on and achieve great things in the sport of boxing? No. And the fact that he's done very, very well financially out of it, why would he need to? But the fact that he's saying that that's what he wants to get into, no. You put him in there with an English level fighter, and certainly a British level fighter, Tommy Fury gets put to sleep early. It's going to take a lot of careful matchmaking. A lot of careful matchmaking. And I know I'm sounding negative and everything, because obviously he's doing something that I could never do. But the point is that he was supposed to deliver, and he failed. He left a "while you're out" note through the door. It's bad, because now he's helped them. He was supposed to destroy them, not join them, as the Star Wars quote would go. So, anyway, it is what it is. I'm sure at some point, a real boxer, a proper real boxer, will enter their world and show them what real levels are. But unfortunately, Tommy has added fuel to their fire by saying that what their world isn't too far removed from the professional world, because people don't know any better. And that's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So Tommy's failed. Personally, he's done fantastic, of course he has. But as him carrying the sport of boxing on his back, to end this lot, he didn't end it. He helped it. He joined them. But the fact that he's talking about fighting Conor McGregor or Logan Paul and that next, he's joined them, is what he's done. Because he's not much better. And I've always said it. And he's proved it. It's very, very unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? Everyone's going to have their own opinions on it. Some people won't hear it because he's the brother of Tyson, so they'll quite happily cut their mouth around his nuts. Is what it is, okay? John is not a good trainer. He's shown that. At times he did give good advice in the corner, I will say. But Tommy will never go on to do great things. He won't. And I know people say he didn't have a great amateur background. Well, nor did a lot of fighters. In fact, Fabio Woody had none. Okay, so again, that shows the kind of levels, doesn't it? Put a real boxer in there with KSI or Jake Paul. Real, legitimate boxer. And the levels will be shown. Tommy Fury is just an extension of them. That's what he is. He's their level, just a little bit better. But anyway, my thoughts. Drop me yours. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.